quickly hit the racetrack at Newmarket to finish second to dig 2. That was a really promising start for him. He's 4 connections that are doing very well with the breeze up buys, and after that encouraging start, you would think that he might just progress a little bit from it as well. The fact that he's got experience on his side can be a massive factor, can't it? And of those that have got experience, his standard is a good bit higher than the others.
Okay, just looking down one or two of the others. Horses I liked with no real suggestion that they've got a great chance. I quite liked Dark Moon Rising. He's not bred to be a 6 furlong 2-year-old, really. He's going to want further, I would think, on his pedigree. I just thought he had a touch of quality about him, and I was interested that Kevin Ryan was debuting him here. Yeah,
Kevin Ryan is going to only really run his nice 2-year-olds at this track, and given that they've got a good read on the 2-year-old scene, they've had plenty of 2-year-old winners, and he knows what a good 2-year-old is all about. I think it's interesting that despite that pedigree being for a little bit further, that this horse, who certainly looks the part, is starting out in a York Maiden. I think it tells you plenty about what he must have been showing up at home. Spitting Feathers, the stablemate, he's out of a 2-year-old winner called Yellowhammer. She was more of a back-end 2-year-old type, but again, expensive price tag, and for that yard to be running him here must be showing a little bit. I thought Yar Hobby had a really sharp pedigree. He's by Kodiak, out of a mare who won at Listed and Group 3 company. She won a Sweet Solera at 2, so it's a precocious pedigree for a stable at a 2 from 3 with their 2-year-olds going into today.
And what I would say is another Bertie, who is the complete outsider of the lot. He doesn't have a bad pedigree, and the trainer had a few 2-year-old winners last year. He's a good, big, powerful, well-developed horse. He certainly didn't look out of place.
No, I thought he'd tighten up for the run, and the yard last 5 years, 0 from 71 with 2-year-old debutants. So whatever he does, you would think he's going to progress from it quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, Albar is 11-4, Rizg is 3-1, Secret Strength 9-2, and your Hobby is 9-2. Plenty fancied here. Gangway 16-1 for Mark Johnston, a colt by Glen Eagles, one of 2 in the race by that stallion. And interesting what Tim Easterby was saying to Lydia about Matisse by Matmu. They couldn't get a mare to him, but he's thrown an above-average 2-year-old in Matisse by the looks of his debut run.
Yeah, it was a promising start. He was really quite green. I think he'll improve an awful lot for that. Again, Tim Easterby's 2-year-old strike rate with debutants last few years is about 2%. So they do improve plenty for a run. That initial experience is exactly that. They run as they can, but they will take a big jump forward, potentially first to second run.
And Flippin' Eck is the other one. That was the one that got a kick in the paddock. I suspect Connections were saying something a bit saltier than Flippin' Eck when they saw what was happening to him, but he seems okay. Last few going forward, Yar Hobby is in, and we're just waiting for the 2 market leaders here. Rizk, who's providing Holly Doyle with a few anxious moments here, and Albar will be about the last. So with the risk that we might not have the full complement, Mike, I'm going to bowl it up your way.
Okay, Nick. Well, Yar Hobby's now playing up in stall number 6. I'll tell you what happened there. I saw what happened there with that incident in the parade ring. Flippinet got loose, was running up behind Lusail, let both barrels go. I think he didn't get him. It was aimed at his head. It was a potentially horrible incident. And I just think he sort of, the wind, he would have felt the wind. Oh, my goodness me, that's Yar Hobby. Tom Marcon has bailed out there quickly. Now, Yar Hobby's got himself into a little bit of a state there. Tom Marcon got off very, very quickly and might just as bashed himself as he got off in the stalls there. Let's see if Yar Hobby's going to take part here or not. Meanwhile, Rizga and Albar still out the back. And anyway, back to that little incident, Nick. Flippin' Eck, I mean, Richard Hannon, having seen his horse kick out at Flippin' Eck, he was the one that actually rescued Tim Easterby's colt and caught him. And this fella's not going to go, is he, Yar Hobby? So I don't think that he actually got any contact, but it was a Flippin' Eck incident. It really was. Now, it doesn't look to me as though this fella here, Yar Hobby, might run. The stall looks to be possibly damaged. They're just checking it out. Albar, in the meantime, is going forward. I'm afraid Yar Hobby might have kicked out on one. Here's an announcement. Yeah, your hobby. Your hobby's been withdrawn. And it looked to me as though Secret Strength well, they're not giving Rizga another chance. So Rizga's not going to run either. He's been taken out. He wouldn't go into the stalls. Your hobby's been taken out. Perhaps he might have hurt himself. No point in taking any chances. Tom Marcon, let's hope he's okay. The rest of them are ready to race here. And they're off. A little bit slow to stride, spitting feathers for this constant security ebfstallions.com maiden race. Lusail wasn't very quickly into stride either. Certainly a long preliminary to this race, but Gangway is showing good pace on the far side. Matisse right up there in the blue jacket on the near side. Trapped by Secret Strength, Ryan Moore in the purple jacket. Edinson Cavani's there as well in the red cap, nose-banded runner. The other nose-banded runner on the inside showing pace there, spitting feathers. One that's dropped right away, Dark Moon Rising, is completely outpaced. In touch on the near side is Flippin' Eck in the green jacket. So too is Cobra Kai. Lusail's recovered well. And Albar is in the middle of the field being shuffled along, running a bit green for William Buick as Dark Moon Rising tries to recover out the back with the outpaced another Bertie. So it's a messy looking race this, but they're coming up towards the final furlong and Lusail is beginning to tackle now Matisse down the centre here. These two are going on together inside the final furlong and Lusail is beginning to get the better of the argument from Matisse, who is trying to battle on the inside there. Lusail and Matisse up to the line. Lusail will take it for Andrea Atzeni, and he did well after a tardy start. Matisse second, Albar shaped well for third, and then came Secret Strength in fourth.
Well, he got loose in the paddock, but he came home all right. Lusail, called by Memas for Richard Hannon and Andrea Razzani, seemingly unfancied. This colt in the silks of Al Shakab Racing, who raced the sire, of course, has won and has beaten Matisse, who brought the benefit of experience here. To me, we felt he wanted softer ground, but he's run very, very well today. Albar has run well enough in third with Secret Strength in fourth, and they were a little way clear of the others. A reminder, there'll be a decent-sized Rule 4 here with Rizg and Your Hobby, two of the first four in the betting, taken out before the start. But 28-1, Lusail has returned. The second string of the Hannon team, both his runners by Memas, but as